Hello and welcome back to my Flosstube channel. My name is Lizzie and I'm here on YouTube as This Mrs Fisher Stitches, and I'm over on Instagram also as This Mrs Fisher _stitches. You can find me here on YouTube and on Instagram, This Mrs Fisher _stitches. How you doing? It's been a busy morning for me already. It's about 8 o'clock. It's Saturday the something. 21 minus 7, 14th, 13th, 14th. Bear with me. Oh, you don't need to see my hand, do you? I stopped the video. It's the 14th of June. Hi. I've been on Flosstube on and off now for 5 years, and in that time I've only done a few, maybe 3, maybe 2 WIP parades, and a works in progress, all the projects I've started parade. Started but not finished. There's quite a few. I actually feel a bit ill looking at I can't see the table, to be honest. There is very little wood left for me to look at. I am shocked, and I'm saying it now and I will say it again throughout this video. I don't need to go shopping anymore. No more shopping. No more shopping. I would say no more new starts, but that would just be unrealistic. To be fair, no more shopping is going to be unrealistic, but some things are needed. I need this cup of tea because I am in shock. Because okay, first of all though, let's look at some finishes. I have finished and framed and gifted my sister's Christmas present, and here's a little video of what that looks like. Better. And my second finish is another fully finished object. You didn't know I'd started this one because I don't think I started it when I last filmed. It is a Stitches Garden by Tiny Modernist. And I will show you the chart, but it's over there and I'm not getting up again. And here's my finish. I need to sit to one side or the other, don't I, so I can put images and hold things up. So here is my finish. I've changed all the colours. I've added some sparkles in the scissors. I've added in extra colours, and I amended, so this side, can you see here there's a little F, so that it says LF for Lizzie Fisher, or as Leslie and Fiona think it's so I've got my friends in my garden, but yeah, that was my intention 100%. And as you can see, it's on this nice purple box, which, oh sorry, more information. I think that's an 18 count, what's it called? Coffee mocha? No. Vintage latte? This is Vigart, well-known colour that I knew the name of 3 seconds ago, and now I'm filming, I cannot remember. Vintage country mocha? I think that's it, vintage country mocha. But yeah, a little close up. And I used beads here, look, for the beads, for the pins, for the tops of the pins. And then yes, I framed it on this box. And I made my own stitchy box. I've never opened it one-handed, did it? So it's got, I mean, it's got that mirror in, which lets you see all the mess on the table. Whoa! Which I really like, but I'm going to like stitch something to go over there eventually. And then it's got, hold on, I can put the box down a minute and take the top row out. I put some purple paper in the bottom It's got my travel lamp, little measuring tape, my tomato that Adita gave me, my little snips, this beautiful strawberry that I got in a smalls exchange, pencil, tweezers, needles, and then in the bottom I've got some sulkies, some pretty threads, some more needles, some spare floss drops, needle minders, bits and bobs, and I absolutely adore it. I haven't used it yet, but I'm going to take it with me later because I'm going to go and see my friend Fiona. I'm going to use it at her house, and I think she might try and steal it, so hopefully I'll bring it home. I'm really proud of that finish. Sorry if I got a bit close there. Really proud of that finish. I enjoyed stitching it, and I very much enjoyed finishing it. Although it did get to the point where I'd gone upstairs to my husband and said, super glue's not cutting it, what can I use? And he was like, stitch it on, the box is fabric covered. And I was like, no, I'm going to use this Gorilla Glue. He's like, that's for sticking like stone and mortar and bricks together. So, well, that'll be perfect then. Oh my gosh, it goes everywhere and you can't wash it off. The more water you add, it gets stickier. But my nails are a bit chipped. Oh, I should have touched them up. My hands are now clean. I think my fingerprints have grown back. It's all good. I love it. So happy with that finish. So happy with my sister's finish. So happy with that finish. Now I just need to finish the rest of the table. I've grouped some of my works in progress, WIPs. I've grouped some together, like all my Bothy Threads, I think. All my modern folk embroidery, again, I think. And my long dogs. And the rest are just plopped onto the table. I'm just slowed down there because I remember having another modern folk embroidery in my hand and I can't remember where it is. So if I don't, there it is. I'll add that to the modern folk embroidery pile. Okie dokie. So I'm going to start at the top, probably put things on the floor because I don't know what to pick them up. I didn't think this through. Where am I going to put the things that once I've shown you them? Let's take things off this chair and they can go on there. And if I pull that chair out, they can go on there. Okay, we have shown stations. Okay, first things first is, oh, bear with me. My brain died. I will have to put a photo in of what it's going to look like. This is Peter Pig. It's a, no, I'm just going to run and get it, hold on. Okay, so this is Peter Pig. It's a Gecko Rouge kit and it's by artwork by Tanya Bond, and this is what he's going to look like. He's got a little boat in the water, in the puddle. I started him on Christmas Day a couple of years ago. I'm not very good with dates and remembering. I have got some written down, but that book's upstairs and I've started enough, and I need to go and meet my sister for breakfast soon. Well, soonish. Don't worry, I've got time, I hope. Maybe I have to come back to it later. Tanya Bond Gecko Rouge kit, and this is where I'm at. Isn't he good? Like his wellies are coming on. I've done some work on him semi recently, and his little boat's nearly done. I think I'm on like 20% maybe. I should have brought my tablet over as well, and then I could tell you what percentages I'm on. Oh well. You'll just have to take my word for it. So this next one, I'm literally opening bags and finding out what's in them. Sorry about the noise, about the crinkling. This is a pattern that is a, I think it's Stitch Rovia, and it looks like this. I don't know if you can see that. That is, it's all biscuits based. I don't think this has changed since I last showed it in a Flosstube. Here I am. It's very crinkly. I don't iron clothes, let alone projects, until they're finished. So this was started, another Christmas Day start, the year before Peter Pig, I think, because my husband, I remember this one, my husband was working Christmas Day at Euston. They were demolishing the old WIP Smiths, and he was in charge of that. So that was my stitching while he was out. I have plans for this to be framed in the kitchen, but you gotta finish them first, haven't you? So yeah, that's stitched over. That's on 32 count even weave in the called for threads 2/2. Oh, I love this next one. Let's see if I can find you the cover photo. The cover photo is rubbish in comparison. Now I met somebody at Stitch North, and I can't remember your name. I'm really sorry that you're stitching this and you've got so much further. And my very good friend Natalia is also stitching this. It is a nice, what was it, a nice fishy cell? Is that our cell name for it? A nice fishy cell. I really want this finished. I might say that a lot as well. And here's where I'm at. So the kit came with 16 count Ada, and I swapped it out for 25 count. If I get out of the picture, will that help? Bit of focus. Yes. I swapped it out for 25 count 1/1. It's a Lucaresque kit, and it comes with threads, and I think they're Lucaresque threads. They are, oh, it is so gorgeous, and I really ought to keep that one out. Okay, what I'm going to be struggling with during this WIP parade is I want to tidy up my house. Tidy house, tidy mind. Therefore, I want less clutter, therefore less WIPs out. And the rest are going to go in a suitcase, is my plan. This one is staying. So that can go on the staying chair. This to the left of me is my staying chair. That to the right of me is my going in a suitcase chair. Mind your ears, Velcro. What's in here? A random piece of fabric. Unfolding said piece of fabric. Okay, so this is my start of the Field Guide to Dragons. Is that what it was called? The cell that Climbing Goat Designs did a couple of years ago now, probably last year maybe, and that's as far as I've got. This is 40 count even weave by Coffee Crafts, and I'm not doing it in the called for yet because I'm just on the border, and I was making an episode, I went along with a toile by the looks of it. Haven't a clue where that is. That is definitely not a continue stitching for now. It might be a don't continue stitching full stop. We shall see. Some of them are going to be save the fabric, use it for something else. And I think that's going to be one of those, because I haven't got very far on it. I've had it out a few times and I don't, so okay. Don't worry, there is something on the floor to catch. Mind the zip. Sorry if you've got headphones in and your ears are going, ah. I think these are just 2 pieces of fabric. Nice. I'll add them to the pile down there. And there's an empty Tiger Lily project folder. Perfecto mondo. I don't have a pile for empty project folders. So how many WIPs have we got at the moment? 1, 2, 3. This will be number 4. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. Nora Corbett lovebirds. Got loads of birds outside today, and they're being so naughty. The big birds have realised I've got little bird feeders on my window that the little birds are like, they're manic about, and it's great because we can watch them eat. And the blackbirds have found them today. They're not massive birds, but they're big compared to the little birds that were on it. I don't know my birds. I don't know what they are. I think they're sparrows. My husband goes, oh, there's a pigeon out there now. Anyway, they're being a bit bullish. Here is Nora Corbett lovebirds. and I've just done that rose in the top, but oh, so yay, I've found this hoop. I was wondering where this was. This is stitched on 32 count even weave gingerbread sparklies, I think it's called. I think it's gingerbread by Sparklies. And that rose is just lush. I've got all the beads, I've got the fancy threads, I've got a fancy ring bling. I should get on with that. Okay, that's a keep, but not necessarily a keep out. Okay. Sorry, another zip. Here is, yes it is, phew. I was like, oh my gosh, where's the thread? Oh, it's in there. Don't panic, everyone, don't panic. I was panicking, could you tell? So this is another Luca S kit. I think it's just called Happy Dragon. The Happy Dragon. But I call him Christmas Dragon because he's wearing a Santa hat. Or at least he is in the cover photo. He will be a happy dragon. This is some fabric. I would imagine it's a Coffee Craft Ada. It's really pretty though, isn't it? Oh, I was going to count my WIPs, wasn't I? I think I need to write it down. One on the keep out pile. How about I just, no. One on the keep out pile. 1, 2, 3, 4 now on that pile. I'm just going to make a little tally chart on the back of this pattern that I printed the other day. 1, 4. Okay, this should be a fairly quick finish. I don't think I've got a picture of what it looks like. Which means the pattern, I don't know where the pattern is, which means it might not be a quick finish. It's going to be a Christmas sloth. This is also Coffee Craft's Ada. It's 18 count, I think. So basically he's lying on this tree branch and then dangling below him are going to be Christmas lights. And I've got all this other fabric to use once I've done him. Keep out, put away for now because it's not Christmas yet. Mark it off. 5 in the keep, no, 5 in the put away, 1 in the keep out. Okay, so where should we go next? Should we go Bothy Threads or Modern Embroidery? Because those are the ones I can reach. Oh, more random ones. Here's, well, it's not random. It's beautiful. It's not random. So this was my, oh, I must stitch that and I must stitch it now when I saw it. It is Teresa Wentzler, The Castle. Isn't he fantastic? Actually, I think she's a she. The dragon's a she. She's got to be a she protecting that castle like that, wrapped around it, giving it a hug. And I feel sometimes that I need a dragon wrapping around me, looking after me. I also feel that that is very akin to Edinburgh Castle. I got it as a kit from a Bristol Stitchy Day de-stash table. I've put all the threads onto these plastic thingies and written on it with a Sharpie what each colour is, but I think I'm gonna write on stickers and stick them on because I don't want the Sharpie to rub off, and I think it's can do. Oh, it's beautiful. Sorry about this thread. I have it because I need to know where I am. Isn't that gorgeous? I think I ought to take it out of its frame though, let it relax a little. That is the central bit of the wall. Keep, is that? I don't know. Look at that. Gorgeous. It's a heavy stitch. It makes your brain heavy because you have to concentrate so much because there's the blends, there's so many threads, and the chart is hand drawn, which makes it hard. Now I'm putting this in front of me on the empty project bag file because that needs work, because that needs work doing to it. Another dragon? Should we go for another dragon? That's it. So I was getting stuff ready and I thought I was ready to start, and then I realised I'd had a whole nother bag, so that's why these zips weren't done. So this is Millhouse Designs, Charlie's First Landing. Haven't done much. This was gifted to me by Michelle with another couple of dragon charts. Excuse me. Hold on a sec. I'm stitching this. Not with what came in the kit, but on some 40 count Longbourn blush from Swan Bay Fabrics. Got a very pitiful start on such a massive piece of fabric. I'm doing it 1/2, and I think it goes this way up. Can you see anything yet? Because I'm not sure I can. Let's put something behind it. So really that shouldn't be too slow a stitch, I just need to do it. Seems a shame to put that, because it's such beautiful fabric, in the going away pile. Oh, what do we think, people? What do we think? Shall I put that? Oh, Teresa Wentzler needs listing on my list. And what do we think? Shall I keep this one out? See if I can get it a bit more going? I think so. Okay. Dragon. Over there. Tick it off. Sorry if you're seeing a lot of my forehead when I'm looking down at things. I've got one more dragon piece, but... oh no, here it is. Oh, make that 2 more dragon pieces. I think just the 2 more dragon pieces. I might be wrong. One dragon piece that you won't see is the full coverage chromatic dragon, because I've decided I'm not going to continue with that. I'm going to use the fabric for something else. So I didn't even bring it downstairs. So this next one is Ink Circles, Elemental Dragons Fire. And I'm stitching this 1/1 on about, it looks like a tight 16 count. It might be 18 actually, thinking about the age I started with. Ada that was grey and then I dyed it orange-ish. So it's come out this nice rusty colour. And I've done nearly done the first sort of ring of dragons. Their heads in the middle. It's such a hard stitch. The number of times I'm unpicking is phenomenal for something that's on Ada, and yeah, finding that really tough going. That's staying out because despite that, I really like it. I was only going to let myself have about 7 keeping out projects. I'm already on 3. Well, we can review them at the end, can't we? And I can make further decisions. This is probably not a keeping out project. This is the Forbidden Fibre Company Stitch Along, the Empyrean Stitch Along. What have I got in my bag? Oh, I've got these beautiful cotton and clay dragons, needle minders. This is Sigel and this is Ten and Andarna. On a bulldog clip. So this is the kit from Forbidden Fibre Co, and which I've started, and I did really well on the first part, look, and the second part. And it says, a dragon without a rider, or we'll say, a dragon without a rider is a tragedy, a rider without a dragon is dead. And that's Segel up there. My colours came out really nicely. Some people were having less success with the colours on her tummy showing up, but I think mine worked nicely. And I'm stitching it with the Forbidden Fibre Company threads from the kit. Or at least I was, till I slowed down and got sidetracked by something else that was shiny and new. So that can go on the list as a put away for now. And I think that's all my dragons. Might be wrong. Okay, let's show a little bit of Jacob then. In no particular order. Let me show you my first one. First Jacob from Modern Folk Embroidery piece that I've ever stitched on, not finished. I have finished some of his, but not this one, is of course 2021 Stitch Long Fruits Plenty. We all know what it looks like because lots of people have finished it, and people are finishing it just recently, and it's sort of inspired me to work on mine. So I got it out, and can you see all of this was stitched, and then I noticed a stupid error because I was like, oh, why? I got down here and I was like, why doesn't this line up better with that for the, like over here for this bit? So I can't count, so I had to unstitch about 400 stitches I think in the end. So that is in the naughty corner, which means it probably ought to go in the not stitching for now pile. This is actually quite painful. That's being stitched on some 32 count linen. I don't know what is Vigar, I think. Whoa. Got a bit of an avalanche. Okie dokie. The next one I started a while back after seeing my friend Adita's beautiful finish of said piece. Oh my gosh. I call this, I'm just trying to thread the needle again and put a thread to the back so it's not dangling, because otherwise it will just cover up all that's there and then you won't actually think I've started anything, because there is a pitiful start, but a start nonetheless. I can't do that, it's too hard. Pigeons are fighting. Here we go. I'll just hold that thread out of the way. I call it Cat and Many Borders. It's called Yola something. And I really like it. So I'm stitching it with Sulky 12 weight on 36 count something by Swan Bay Fabrics. And I'm doing it 1/2. And I haven't got the name of this fabric, sorry, but it's a very pretty colour and I love it. I've just put that automatically on the going away pile. My hand just went to the going away pile, so that's going away. Okay, next one is Put a Bird on It by Modern Folk Embroidery again. And this is on some Coffee Craft 56 count, 1/2 using Roxy Flosstube threads. I haven't got particularly far because obviously 56 count, you need decent light and a day when you haven't got a headache. And those don't come around brilliantly often, more so recently, but I think this is going to go away for now. It's beautiful and I love my colours and my threads. But I've got to make decisions. Got to be brave. Right. That's 10 on the going away pile and 3 on the keeping out pile. Again, this can all be changed, jigged about. The next one I want to share with you today is Bold Crim Birdies. This is staying out. I love it. So this is Heathfield Moss, I think. Swan Bay Fabrics, 36 count, and I'm stitching 1/2 in DMC number 501. Keep calling this my grown-up stitch. I'm absolutely loving it when I get it out. I just don't get it out often enough, so that is staying out. I think I'm on about 11% maybe. Mind the Velcro, sorry about that. Next up, hasn't changed since I last included it in a video, if I'm honest. It's AKGIT, the colourful version. This is going to stay out because it just needs to, because it just needs working on, really. I'm doing it, oh, look at that great big blob of orange just there. There we go. I'm doing it 1/1 on 28 count. And it's an even weave. It's interesting how I love 1/1 on a 28 count even weave. Cannot stand 28 count linen in general, whether it's 1/1 or 2/2. Yeah, you do 2/2 on 28 count, wouldn't you? So that's staying out. The other side of this project folder will have to stay out as well because they're in the same thingy. It is, I want to say, A Quilter's Dream by Modern Folk Embroidery, and again I've changed the colourway. I'm doing it on a 16 count Ada. I want to make this into a massive biscornu, and that's where I'm at. I think this will stay out. That'll be a good headache project because it's on 16 count. Stitching it in those colours, which are 3844 and 3837, and I'm using CXC threads. 2/1. I think it's 2/1. It's brilliant coverage, so it must be. So those two are staying out. They're in the same project folder. They kind of have to. Birds of a Feather. Alright, so 5 in the keep out pile, 10 in the put away pile. Still mountains. Okay. More Modern Folk Embroidery. Let's go. What's on that piece of the pretty colour? Ooh. Exciting things to come, people. Okay, this is a Will Not Finish. It's I barely started it, and I can't remember its name. Let me get the chart out and I'll tell you. I might stitch it. I love the chart. It is a piece to my friend, a Quaker sampler. When I bought this, I bought it with the intention, no, I haven't got the other one here, of making it into a commemoration thing, to help me through the feelings I had surrounding my father's death. But when I worked on it, I just got angry. I only did that much. It's 1/1 on an even weave by, I'm not sure who. It's beautiful. I think it's a yeah, Chromatic Alchemy. It's called Nuriel's Forest. So I'm going to take that out. That's going on the Will Not Finish pile. Barely started it. There's a needle minder. So yeah, that's where I got to. That piece of fabric is beautiful. I can use it for something else. Which also frees up some more threads to go back in my collection. This I will finish. I will finish this. This is the Yule goat. Yule Bocken. Oh, sun's come out. That's going to change things. This is where I'm at. I'm doing it in fallow red. My needles are always on the front, aren't they? Sorry about that, everybody. There we go. Fallow red on Dirty Porcelain by Roxy Floss. I don't know what you can see because I can't see the camera. There we go. So I've nearly got the goat done, and then I think there's like 3 borders or something ridiculous. He does like a good border, that man, doesn't he? Okay, I've got more Roxy Floss than I know what to do with, but I'll get that done. So that's a keep, not a keep out. And then right, I think that's finished. And then as I was saying, I started this, a trifle, a small trifle, something like that. And I doubt I'm going to finish this. Tiny start on a beautiful piece of fabric. Don't know who dyed it. Probably Coffee Crafts, because that's where most of my fabric comes from. It's a huge piece. But I'm going to pop that on the will not finish pile. Get me being realistic with my capabilities. So, Yule Goat has been ticked off already on that pile there. And I think, unless I've gone mad, I think that's all my modern folk embroideries. Kind of. I'll come back to that statement later. How are you doing? We're an hour. No, we're not. That's a minute. I keep stopping and starting. I don't know what the time is because I keep stopping and starting. And let's just keep going. Okay, in front of me I have a piece that looks really cool when it's finished, or at least really cool in the mock-up. It's called, I don't know, Monochrome Arches or something like that. Monochrome Walkway, I think. It's by Jules, Stitching Jules Designs. I'm stitching it 1/1 on, looks like 28 count to me. 1/1, 28 count, 1/28 count in Creme Brulee by Roxy Floss Co. I worked on it recently, but you wouldn't know. My plan is to finish it in the next 5 years or so, because then if I do that, Fiona has to take me out for tea or lunch. I think I'm good for another 7 years, but to be on the better safe side. But it's not going to get there if I don't stitch on it, so maybe this should be kept out. It's not the most exciting stitch, however. Putting it on the make a decision later pile. We've now got one of those. Okay. Hey, the other day I was, the other week really, my back has been really bad, and I wanted to stitch. I couldn't reach anybody, anything. There was nobody about. I couldn't reach a project I'd already started, so of course I managed to reach one that I hadn't started. But I have now. It's a Simply Heritage project called Kiss Me. I am a sucker for the frog prints. Doing it on the kit stuff because I couldn't reach anything else, and I wouldn't anyway for this. It's nice, easy stitch. It is 14 counts Figart. Oh no, it doesn't say that. Yes, it does. Figart fabric and DMC stranded cotton. Here are the colours. They're all green, obviously, apart from the yellow for the crown and the black for the back stitch. So masses of progress on there. That's a staying out because I'd like to make more progress on that. I think it could be quite a quick stitch. I've just remembered another project that's not on the table. If you'll even believe it, this table is a mess. 2 ink circles patterns, 2 more ink circles patterns. One is cirque de circles and one is cirque de triangles. Here is cirque de circles. I haven't touched this probably since last you saw it. I could take this to Fiona's later. Did I tell you I was going to Fiona's house later? It is some pastel Space Invaders or pastel Skittles, can't remember, from the Stitchy Ferret, and I'm stitching it in DMC of unknown colour, bear with me, 352, and it's a 16 count by the looks of that. So that should be fairly easy stitch as well. I should work on that more often. And then this one is on 14 counts. I think it was Chromatic Alchemy fabric, the triangles. Isn't it lush? Scrumpled, but lush. And I'm using Weeks Dye Works Beachcomber. I'm not sure I've got enough though, because a strand of thread does not get you very far on 14 count. Maybe I need to buy some more. No, Lizzie, you don't need to buy anything. That's what we all say. It's going to be a bit of panto in my life from now on. As soon as I say I need to buy that, no, Lizzie, you don't need to buy anything. These are not going to stay out, however, because this is going to be my easy stitch for a little while. Hold on, let me just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool, okay. Help me decide. I'm going to have to discuss this with Fiona later. This is tiny. Needs a background thingy. It's not a Bothy kit, but the Bothy kit box was to hand. It's 1/1 on 28 count linen. It's horrible, but it looks so pretty. It's the Gnome Along by Little Dove Cross Stitch. I love her charts and her patterns. If I move my head out of it, will it focus? No. I honestly don't know whether to finish this or not. Answers on a postcard. I'm going to pop that up there for a decision at a later date. Which brings me to this one, which I do want to finish and is going to stay out because I haven't touched it in yonks. It is Matilda Isabella Creasy by Whilst Iris Naps. I'm stitching on a 40 count, 1/2 in the called for flosses. Don't know what the fabric is. It's fibre, obviously. I adore it. Matilda Isabella Creasy was buried in a church that my in-laws sometimes frequent. She's just outside the door, apparently. I haven't been to see her, but I will once I've finished it. She's staying out. I want to work on her this year. Uh-oh, that's my 7 that I'm keeping out. There's going to be more than 7. Okay. I wonder if my neighbours think I'm mad talking to my camera. But I know I'm mad, so it doesn't matter. Okie dokie dokie dokie. I don't know why I'm stalling. This is something that's not going to get finished. I'm a bit embarrassed I did it. It was just a quick train stitch. I changed colours. It doesn't look that bad at a distance. Maybe I should keep going. Let's see if I can find the picture. I've got this pattern from the magazine. You know how the patterns are always on one of the pages. So this fabric was actually dyed, coffee dyed. Tea and coffee dyed. If I told you the story where so I put it in a pan of boil. I mean, I'm going to unfinish this. It's got paint on it. I used the wrong side of the fabric. I could cut the fabric though and use for baby biscornies. I'll do that. I tea and coffee dyed it in a big pan, bubble, and then I put it in the oven. I followed the Priscilla and Chelsea way of doing it, the stitching with the housewives. Followed their little tutorial on the blog. Put it in the oven at 250, I think it is, for 40 minutes. And the husband came down and said, "Why are you cooking fabric? That's just silly." And I explained. He said, "Okay, so why are you cooking fabric that hot?" And I was like, "Because it says to." And he's like, "Okay. Was that written in America? Because that's probably Fahrenheit and you're about to set fire to the house." So he rescued that and my house, as he always does, because he's my hero. That's just gone on the floor in the to be saved pile. Which frees up another project bag. Let's take the scissors and things out. Whoop, whoop. On the empty project bag pile. Nice. That's a pile of things we've already looked at. Woo-wee. Here's a mill hill. It is going to be hard to show you because of the glare. That one. And that's where I'm at. My husband 3D printed me this little frame to hold it in, and I haven't really used it in anger yet, so I don't know whether it helps or not. But I didn't really enjoy stitching it up to that point, so maybe I ought to try it as he went to the effort of printing it for me. I think I'll do that, and then I'm going to get a crown charm to go on this dude's head. My frog prints. Keep out, put away, keep out, put away. Keep out and try it. What have we got next? Ah, it's a controversial one. Or in my head. It's beautiful and I want it on the wall, and I want it on the wall framed because I've seen Adita's finish. It's the Orphide in this Liqueur. I can't remember what it's called really. It's the birdhouses. But I've got really negative associations with this because I was stitching on it when I heard some bad news, and that's as far as I've got. And do you want to know what I'm doing? I'm not holding on to bad emotions anymore. That's going in the Save the Fabric pile. Bish, bash, and indeed bosh. I didn't write down the mill hill. There we go. I love this one. It's Mary Poppins by the Little Stitcher, Laura Rimmer. I can't show you a picture because I don't have one. It's on 40 count. Something about water by Fox and Rabbit. I can't remember what it's called. Ocean Breeze, something like that. That's I want them all. Staying out. Oh, up to 9. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Maybe I'm just getting to the decision paralysis now. It's like keep them all. This one, right, let's look at some Bothys. This isn't a hard one to decide. This can go away for a bit. This is what I call All the King's Men. It is Flower of Scotland by Bothy Threads. And I switched out the Ada that came in it for some fabric that Bothy, I think it was it Bothy? No, it was Lakeside. Oops. Some fabric that's probably why the people at Bothy didn't have a clue when I was talking to them about switching out for their fabric they did for the King's coronation. Oh, Lizzie. They were very polite, they didn't mention it. Anyway, this is as far as I've got. I've got one guy, one dude, one horse, or pony. I didn't start it on the 6th of May, I think I started it on the 7th. I did some easy stitching the day of the King's coronation. So that was that. No, I do embarrass myself sometimes. But it's going to be fab. And now I've done the backstitch on my sister's project. Backstitch no longer scares me. I quite enjoyed it, knowing I was just going to sit and do the backstitch. So, yeah. Okay, so that's Bothy number 1. That's going back on the shelf where it came from. Just there, because that's quite a solid thing to get on the shelf. Bothy number 2. This one's staying out because I'm going to work on it in July for Jolly July. And it is, excuse the crinkling, can you see? Let's just take that sheet out. Beautiful, isn't it? Hannah Rendell, can't go wrong with her thingy, so she'll see soon. Can go wrong, you can start them all. Sorry, I was just thinking about whether I brought one of them over. I can't see it on the table, but I might be wrong. Where am I at? I'm keeping it out for Jolly July because I want it on my wall. But I've only done that much. And as the fabric is this big, I'm guessing I've got a bit of a way to go. So fold that back up. Not sure why it's folded into such a concertina shape, but there we are. So that's a stay out. Do you think I ticked off all the King's Men? Did I remember to do that? I'm not counting now because we're up to 14 in the pile. And then, 14 plays 10. 10 on the keep out, 14 on the... And we haven't even got to the ones that I thought I'd keep out. Or have we? Anyway, another Bothy Threads kit. Now this is the one that I was so kindly gifted to them by them for my birthday when I won that look aroundy tour. That's not it. That's not it. Where is the actual stitching? Oh, it's another folded up one. Must be my way of stitching them. This is my start. So it, oh, did I show you what it was? It's the one I got for my birthday, the one I chose, and we kitted up our very selves. Me and Fiona got this kit as long as we did the work. Kitted it up, stuck the stickers on the box, folded everything up, blah, blah, blah. And that's where I'm at. So I've done the male duck's sort of chest outline, maybe, and a bit of the daffodil next to him. It's called Ducks and Daffs, and it's beautiful, and I love it. And there's the threads, messy as ever. I think that'll go away till next birthday, and then I can get out and work on it and remember. That'll be a nice thing to do. This one probably shouldn't go away because I really ought to finish the stupid thing. It's gorgeous and I love it and I want it on the wall. It is Moo by Bothy Threads. I've been working on it for absolutely ever. And, ow, needle. And this is where I'm up to. So really not much more to do. I think if I worked only on that, it would take about a week. So that's obviously all my Bothy threads, apart from one, are stitched as called for on the 14 or 16 count age that you provided with in the threads 2 over whatever, 1, because it's Ada. Shall I keep it out? Okay, then you've forced me. Get that finished, Lizzie. Should I swap it for Mary Poppins? No, let's swap it for the buttons and beads. Compromise. Next up is this one, The First Kiss. My daughter bought me this mug for Mother's Day a few years ago, and then Mother's Day was before my birthday. Is Mother's Day always before my birthday? No. That year it was. And then my mum bought me this pattern for my birthday, because it was only like a couple of weeks apart. And I said, can I have that pattern for my birthday if you haven't got me anything? And that's where I'm at. So I think that's Mummy Giraffe's head. That's one of the head knobbles. Look. One of these spiky things. Shh, 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 shh. Don't bark, because I've got enough back. Gibbs. Very protective. That's going on the going away pile, because one at a time, I think, is necessary for that type of project. The next one, Age is Irrelevant. My Hannah Rendell Obsession. Oh, look at this. It's all curly whirly. I must have unpicked. Let me just pull that through. It looks a bit dubious. And you know what? It would be the thumbnail, wouldn't it? There we go. Gibbs. Shh. Sorry about my dog growling. He's a horror. I stitched a lot of this during my dissertation for my undergraduate degree, because my personal tutor was a great help to me, and she has an elephant thing, so it was my way of thinking about all the things she was telling me to keep me calm and stuff. I need to put its eyes in though, because that looks horrible without eyes, doesn't it? So I need to put its eyes in, but I'm not going to be doing it anytime soon. That's another one on the put away pile. Here's another Bothy Threads, but this one is miniature, and I couldn't find its pattern, and there's not much to show you. Couldn't find its picture. To be fair, I didn't really look. I might have to start it again, to be honest, because it's got mistakes in it and I can't find them. It's one of the sheep ones. It's the sheep on the pretty hill with lots of pretty flowers. I haven't got very far, but I'm doing it 1/1 on 25 count. And I love it. I love small full coverages like that. But not for now, so that's on that pile. Sorry, I'm getting tired, did you notice? Maybe I should come back tomorrow, finish them, but then I've got all this mess out. And what you doing? Sitting on the chair with all the project bags that were empty. Okay. Moving on up. Okay, so this is a project by Star Parade Designs, Mikhail. It is not Quackers. Everybody's stitching Quackers by him. Not this girl, not anymore, because my thread choice was appalling and you couldn't see it. But I'd already started this, and it's going to be one of his octopuses. I've got to remember which way up it goes. Did I write on it? Did I write? Yes, top. So this is going to be one of his octopuses. And I was stitching it 1 or 2 over 2 on was a 32 count, so I got something in peach and I dyed it orange for this project. I'm using Cottage Garden threads in Sizzler. And then I'm going to stitch the other one of the pair of octopuses, because I bought both of them, he has, and I asked him if he could flip one so that they can face each other. They were both facing the same way in the chart, so I asked him to flip one so they could face each other, which he did very kindly. And I'm going to stitch the other one with Cottage Garden Threads Citrus on Roxy Floss Co 32 count Allure, and I think they're going to be flipping fantastic. Hold on, let's see if I can do this. Facing each other. Ooh. Okay, so that's staying out, because that's just yummy, and it's monochrome stitching, so that's easy. So that's that on. I keep, it's really bizarre, I keep my stuff I dyed in its own project zipper thing because I don't trust it not to leak the dye. Anyone else's I'm trustworthy of, but not my own. Oh, so when I had my backache, I could also reach a project that I had kitted up that I hadn't started. It's on Opal Coffee Craft Fabric Even Weave. It's not Even Weave, it's Zweigart. So it's sparkly 18 count Coffee Craft fabric. And I was dubious as to whether I could work on this, because sometimes some, as you'll find later, some opalescence really, I can't, my eyes just don't see the holes. But I have started, is it Cabin in the Woods? The Flossabilities charts, you know, the Cabin in the Woods one. So I've done the North and the Start of the Moon, and then I think the drugs kicked in because my husband took my needle away from me and woke me up. Oops. So that's a little start. That's staying out because I quite enjoy it. I want to see that. Oh no, my keeping out's just catching up. Okay, here's one that I'm not keeping out, that I'll get told off for not keeping out. It's a Tiny Modernist Stitch Together chart that Fiona and Leslie have stitched, and I've only just started. Well, I haven't only just, I started ages ago, but this is as far as I've got. It's coming out of the Q-snap, so not the Q-snap, the Nerge, so I can use the Nerge for other things. And it can have a little breather, a little rest, because we all need a rest from time to time. And it's going on that pile for the put away for now. This is beautiful, but it's not really spring anymore, mind you. The weather's a bit pants, so it could be. It is Sampler Season Spring by Blueberry Ridge Designs. I bought this for my birthday from Leslie. She gave me a gift for token. I chose this, and I'm stitching it in the cord for Weeks Dye Works Madison Rose on 36 count Pemberley 36 count by Swan Bay Fabrics, and it's just lovely. That can go away for now because it's not really spring anymore. That could be my excuse anyway. Blueberry Ridge Designs do some cute things. I got some cute patterns when I met her at Stitch North. Let's just put that away now, so that's all nicely put away. Because if it falls off, we're at the stage where things might fall off the chair, and if it falls onto the floor, that was very clean fabric, and I didn't want it to get ruined. Okay, here's another one that I'm putting away for now. What's in there that's making so much noise? Bear with me, callers. A pair of scissors. There's something metally sounding. Ooh. Ooh. It's the purple scissors I've been looking for to go in my purple stitchy case. Hurrah! I knew they'd be somewhere, I just hadn't looked hard enough. Okay, so this is kitted up in Posh Threads, and I haven't really worked on it. What a surprise. Serenity by the Primitive Hair. I bought the full shebang, the fancy fabric with the glitter, the sparkly thread, and that's as far as I've got. So it's I think it might even be a 30 count, her fabric. Let's have a look to see. Yeah, 30 count Stardust. It was limited edition, hers. I think you could easily make it yourself with a glue gun. You know, not glue gun, you know, the glitter glue. Is this yours, Fiona? I don't remember owning a blue Nerge. I shall bring it with me later and you can decide. Where am I going to put that? Anyway, that's where it is. That is going to need a good rest from being in that Nerge since June of last year. Dear, I feel really sorry for things when I take them out of hoops. So I'm sorry I kept you in there trapped for so long. Right, put that back in its project bag because that is a bit glittery because of the, like I say, you could make your own fabric like that because it's, I think it's just like fabric glue with glitter in because it sticks and then the glitter comes off, which is why it's back in its bag. Shall we talk about Long Dog? Did I write that one down? Did now. I think I'm keeping up. So the first Long Dog I started in June 2020. It's pandemic. Did some work on that this week. I did this bit just here. 1/1 in DMC 3/8 something something, and I am stitching it on 25 count Zweigart antique white, or antique whatever it's called, and I love it. My husband really likes it. He asked me why I wasn't stitching on it the other day, which is why I got it out and did some. But let's be realistic. I've got other more exciting projects to stitch at the moment. So I will put this away. I will keep out one Long Dog, but it won't be this one and it won't be this one. This is Ragnarok. This is as far as I've got. We all started it together on the 1st of July 2023. And that's as far as I've got. Fiona's finished hers. Leslie's got on great guns. Rachel's doing well. I'm probably on a par with Rachel, I think. So that's 2 not coming out to play. This one, if I can find it, is not staying out to play. This is Saga. Oh my gosh, this is the biggest piece of fabric. I don't even know how big it is. That's how big it is. And all I've got on it at the moment is that little thing. Cute, huh? 28 count, I think. No, 20. Yeah. It's either 25 or 28. I think it's 28 because it feels a bit tight when I'm stitching on it. And I'm using CXC. Ooh, sorry, I'm so tired today. Actually, talking makes you tired. CXC 798. 798. There's a pack of needles there. I like them. Anything else I want to take? Right. Fold up this bedspread of a piece of fabric. Don't think I need that much. It's a big project, but I don't think it's that big. That one's not staying out. So I could put all my long dogs in the same bag, the ones that aren't staying out, couldn't I? Hmm? Sorry, zip, 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 and they're noisy. Probably not as noisy as the bloke over there bashing away. So that's one. Okay, and I've done the other two. And the reason they're not staying out is because this one is. And it's the pointed fifth. And I'm doing it on some very pretty fabric hand dyed by Yolanda, in the colourway Key Lime, and I'm stitching it in Thistle While You Work by Roxy Flosco. 28 count fabric, 1/1. Loving it. Loving it, loving it, loving it. So that's staying out. Okay, the piles are looking much more bearable now. Here's a Mill Hill kit that I've started, and I'm not even going to rummage in the packaging to get it out. I've done this tree and this tree, and that's it. In here is this pattern by, it was a gift from Luminous Fibre Arts. It was a freebie. And I don't know why I haven't finished it. That's as far as I've got. I love it. But I haven't finished it, and I don't know why. It could be because the floss isn't in the bag anymore. Ah, there's my corner gauge. Perhaps I need to work out what thread it was and re-find it. Oh, that's going to be a pain. Does that even count as a stitch? It's so tiny. Yes. Okay, I've run out of room on my putting away chair. Here is a Stitch Rovia piece. It says, I'm not here to be average, I'm here to be awesome. And I haven't touched this since I last showed it on Flosstube, but that was yonks ago. As you can maybe see, this all got picked out. I'd stitched that I'm, and then I realised it didn't fit properly because I stitched it in the wrong place. And then it went in the naughty corner and I haven't moved it again. So it's on 32 count white even weave, which will be Zygarde because I can remember when I started it and that's all I had then. It's all kitted up, could finish it, probably won't. This I want to finish. Bear with me, I will get it out. Coming up to some really good stitches now. Whilst Ira Snaps, a token of my love. And I'm going to make mine, instead of being a little thingy, spool. I mean, I could keep it as a spool and put it on a tiny one of those. I've got a tiny, the middle one might work, but I want to make it into a mini drum, like the miniest of mini drums, because I'm doing it on 56 count, which I suppose is the equivalent of doing it on 1/1 on 28, but I'm doing it 1/2 on 56 count. And that's as far as I've got. There's my top of the drum, and for some reason I started the bottom of the drum so far away from it. Probably should have gone like that, but hey ho. I stitch on this while we watch the darts, so not very often, and I can't stitch on it for long because we watch the darts later in the evening because that's when it's on, and my eye's tired, but yeah, that's what I do. And I love it. It's so pretty, and it's going to be about this big. What? It's going to be great. It's going to be great. So I'm excited to get that finished. So that's the keep out. Oh, my keep out pile's sort of overswelling the table as well. Whoopsies. Okay, we've got 14 keep outs and 27. So it's sort of half and 2 to 1. The ratio is 2 to 1. Next up could be a go away for now because I haven't really touched it recently, or since I started it. And it's called A Study in Garden Fairies by the Artsy Housewife. And it's on Barton Clay, 36 count by Swan Bay Fabrics. I'm doing it 1/2. And that's as far as I've got. Can you even see it? No, because the light's rubbish. Let's put this behind it. You see, I've gone all the way across the top, all the way down one side, all the way across the bottom, and I've started going up the other side. It's lush, absolutely gorgeous. Covered in dog fur. Oh, I want to keep it out. I'm quite pleased that it's not just the new things that I'm like, oh, I want to keep it out. I mean, this is a new thing, but some of those that are on the table are quite old. That's on the decide later pile. This is a keep out because I've literally just taken it out of its hoop to show you now. This is going to be Arabesque by Jan Hicks Designs. I'm stitching it 1/2 on 36 count Roxy Flosstube Temptation. I'm using Roxy Flosstube threads in the colourways Starburst Cherry, Blue Lagoon, Limelight, Vitamin C, Neon Lights. And together on a project, they look a bit like this. Oh, I love it. The camera's just put a grid up for me. It must know I'm holding something up. Has that always been there? Anyhow, I hope it's still recording. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. The orange in Vitamin C isn't quite showing up as well as the others, but I think it's okay. I hope it is because I've got 5 skeins of that. So don't see, because I'm going to use the neon lights and these 2 colours, the neon lights and the Vitamin C for the letters, and then do the other flouncy bouncy bits in the red, the green and the blue. That's very much staying out. Which makes 15. I might have another new start by the end of the day. Okay, we're nearing the end. I just need to get up and move a few bits around. Okay, I'm back. Sorry if the camera's moved, but my dog was just looking too cute and I had to take a photo, which I shall put in here if I remember. Okay, so this is one that has to stay out and I really need to work on it. Oh, I've just remembered something else I need to go and fetch. Oh, I'll get it in a minute. So, this is Bunny. cute. And see why my daughter wants me to stitch him. Let's take him out of the nurse and let him have a rest. There we go. And you can see where we've got to. So this is on a sparkly fabric and I am struggling. I mean, it came with white Ada, but I thought, no, let's do something fancy. I've not got enough room at the bottom to mount it. Can you see that? Now there is a mistake somewhere in here, which I've been fudging. Oh, and the nudge has gone over the stitches and smooshed them. I'm wondering if I ought to just restart this, you know. Can you see the smooshed stitches just here-ish? Will they revive? That needs to stay out because I need to work on it, because I promised my little girl, who's now getting big, that I would do it for her. I need to think on what to do though, because for some reason I put it in a #1 nudge, which is tiny, and it's smooshed. I'm not very happy with that. Okay, I'm going to keep out one full coverage, and I think this should be it. This is Oak King by Anne Stokes, and if I can find a picture I will put it in, but you just have to trust my word for it. He's amazing. And that's as far as I've got. It's nearly a page. Charted by Pain Free Crafts, 1/1, 25 count, I think. No, 32. It's tiny. Might be 32. On the pre-gridded stuff by Zygot. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Just remembering what needle minders are on things. That's quite interesting. So he's staying out. Here's all the threads. He might get a better project bag than this one though, because I've emptied some, haven't I? That would be nice for him. Okay. Right, these are going away when I've shown you them, because I haven't worked on them and I'm not going to, even though I love the idea of finishing them. This is a beauty. It's Hydrangea Fairy, who I'm going to have up on the wall one day, eventually, up on the wall opposite Sunflower Fairy by Joan Elliott. Apparently you can get Joan Elliott's in PDF now, so I might have a go at that, because it might make it easier to stitch on her when I come back to her. And I'm doing it on a Coffee Craft fabric, and I think it's a 36 count because I'm only using one strand. Ta-da! I've just remembered a project and I don't know where it is. But isn't she going to be lovely? Well, I want to keep her out now. I could get loads done. What time is it? I'm supposed to be having breakfast with my sister. Oh shoot, I need to go. I'll have to finish all this when I come back. Oh well. Hello, I am back. I have been had my breakfast, belatedly baked breakfast. The dog's not happy. Sorry. Yeah, all refreshed, all fed. Did a little bit of shopping in the garden centre, bought some plants and cute little froggies. Hello. They're quite cute, aren't they? Anyhow, So I think I was just showing you Hydrangea Fairy. Had I shown you how far I'd got? Just in case. I think I had, because I was talking about the fabrics. There we are, that's where she's at. I found the other project that I said I couldn't find, or didn't know where it was. It was tucked down the back of my storage system. Had we decided whether she was staying out or not? Oh, had I ticked her off? My numbers are going to be quite guesstimatey, aren't they? Because I can't remember if I ticked her off or not. I think she's not staying out. There's a lot of thread involved in one of these, lots of colours. And maybe I should de-kit and have the colours, but then I'd have to re-kit at some point, wouldn't I? So, sorry if you can hear the dog grumbling. He's lying in the sun by the back door and he's grumbling because this griddy thing is across, so he can't actually go out and shelter all the neighbours' dogs, which I think the neighbours will thank me for. So she's going away. Who else is going away? This lady is going away. Oh, where's the pattern? Oh, that's a shame. It is The Muse by Mirabilia. Hopefully I'll put a picture in. And I think it's that way up that I've got to. So I've got some sparkle in, I've got some colour in, and maybe I will get this out when and if I finish something. I don't know. But it's going away for now. Okay. Right, here's one I bought in from the car. So it was a good job in a way that I had to go out, because it meant I nipped to the car and bought this in. It is, I think, the first thing I stitched on when we went to Stitch North, or first thing I stitched on at Stitch North. It's Stitch North 2025, and it goes this way up. This is how far I've got. It's a lovely, lovely little chart. It's by Thread the Needle Designs. This is staying out. The reason I haven't worked on it is because it's been in the car, and there isn't a needle in this wonderful project bag, so I need to remedy that. I'm stitching it with Lucille by Roxy Floss Co. Yeah, I need to remedy that. So there's that. I think this is by Gamma's Treasures. There's some needles that can stay out to be finished. Because I only stopped working on that to start the piece I did for Ellen, the elbows up chart I did for Ellen Reid. So I'll finish that next. Here is a piece that also lives in and around the car. It is a DMC kit on 14 count Ada. It's going to look a bit like this, but bigger. It's a set of 5, and mine, oh look, my needle's at the front again. Let's just pop that through there. Mine looks a bit like this. As you can see, well, the light's not as good now, is it? I'm adding navy in between each of the yellow starbursts, because when I finished the previous one, Strongman Stanley, who's somewhere on the table, when I finished him, I added another colour in between the starbursts. You see? And I think he looks rather spiffing. I have recently just purchased the other 3 kits from the series, because they were getting hard. Every now and then I'd look for them and they were getting harder to find. So I've just been and bought them, because I want to finish them in a specific way, which means I need all 5. So I've got all 5, so that is good. I'll put Strongman Stanley in the bag with these, and they can all live together. There we go. Staying out. Okay. I'm just reaching for things again. Okay, 2 kits here. This is a cotton and twine kit from Stitch Rovia, I think it is. Let's have a look. Yes, Emma Congdon kit or design. And I started stitching it on this lovely piece of... I've actually done more than I thought. I was going to say that's not going to get finished, but actually that won't take me long at all to finish. So that's staying out. That's going to get finished. That's exciting. Might take that with me this afternoon to Fiona's to finish. Arrive with a car full. In this side we've got Selbu by, oh, I can't remember who the designer is. I'll have to have a look and put it on the screen. Gosh, it's a lovely big piece of fabric for not a lot of stitching. It's on a 32 count even weave by the looks of that. And I'm stitching it, that's all I've done. And I'm stitching it with some beautiful thread that Justine sent me. I've still got the beautiful card. It's Mrs. Sadus Darling Blue. And I'm going to finish that because this, oh, I forgot how soft that thread is. Not going to finish it straight away though, so that is going to go away. Okay. How are we doing? Probably, you all haven't, I hope you have had breaks. This is a long one. You should definitely have taken breaks. Hydrate. Caffeinate. What's in here? This is a gorgeous chart and I'm definitely going to finish it, although not now. I'm stitching this on another piece of Stitch Bunny fabric in the colour, no, I've got this cardboard, Stitch Bunny fabric, Spring Air Test Piece 1 it's called, and I love it. And it's their Castle Homecoming Sal. Oh, the light's awful. Let me turn some lights on and see if that will help. Excuse me 1 second. Not really. Anyway, it's a bit brighter than that. But isn't it fab? Lots of people have finished it. I'm in no rush. As you can tell. I was in a rush earlier when I realised I was going to miss breakfast. But I got there just in time. She was just sorting herself out, getting out the car, etc, etc. So it was perfect timing. Okay. Do you want to know an update? 10, 20, 31 plays 20. So we've sort of flipped over. 31 going back into storage, 20 staying out. Here's a piece that I won't be finishing, won't be taking any further. It's quite cute. I might cut this little motif out. It was is it A Tree of Life by Yasmin Made with Love. I'm doing it on a 40 count Coffee Craft even weave, which is a beautiful colour, but it was a squirrel start and I'm not going to finish it. Here's another piece I'm going to not finish but can use the fabric for little teeny tiny biscornies or something. It's the Map of Great Britain by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. I might keep, I was going to say I might keep Edinburgh Castle, but I think it's a bit too close to the Angel of the North. I think I'll just keep the excess fabric and put that away. My fabric pile on the floor is getting much bigger. What is in here? Oh, this. I want this on my wall so badly. But if you want things on your wall, you've actually got to stitch them, Lizzie. This is the Anchor Seasonal Birds. And they're seasonal to the British Isles, which I love. That's what, British Isles? Great Britain, UK. And this is how far I've got. I can take this to Fiona's and work on it. Is this one going to stay out? Realistically, just having a reminder of what I've got out. It's a bit Bothy-esque, isn't it? The dog doesn't think it's Bothy-esque. The dog is grumbling. Do you think I should keep this out, Gibbs? I have just bought a bird bath at the garden centre. And there's no birds in it yet. Maybe I should keep that out. Okay, I'll keep that out. I've convinced myself. Oops, it's falling, it's falling. We have a situation. Don't think we can have anything on the keep out pile anymore because it's full, although I ought to keep this one out. Can you guess what it is? It's on a frame and I'm pulling sad faces. Could it be? Is it he? It is. Oh dear. It hasn't progressed at all. It's been put away and ignored. Let's put it back for a little while because I'm going to have one full coverage project and we decided that that was the Oak King. Here's a project I'm not finishing. Monarch Butterfly and 36 count, very sparkly. I think it's cotton coffee crafts. Beautiful fabric, beautiful sparkle, beautiful pattern. I can't see it when I'm stitching it, so that's gone. Bish bash bosh, that was easy. Now then, this is a gorgeous pattern because it looks just like my boy Richie. This is a Riolis kit, yes, a Riolis kit, and it's called Dachshund. And I had to do it, I put it away because it was in the naughty corner and I had to do a lot of frogging. But I've done that now and I know where I am. The only thing I need now is a Sharpie highlighter, which I've got because it's on, the pattern's coloured on a shiny-ish paper, so you need to colour it in with a Sharpie as you do it because a normal highlighter won't be seen. But I have Sharpie highlighters, so that's okay. And that's where I've got to. I think he's going to look fab when he's done. I wish I'd changed the fabric for even weave. But my daughter bought me this. She chose it, she paid for it, she bought me it. So it's getting done. And it will be delightful. And it is staying out. Oh my gosh. The birds might have to go in the not to be kept out pile because they are slip sliding everywhere. Put them away. Put him away, sorry. Alright, Gibbs. Gosh, literally, I reckon I've got 2 projects and you'll be able to see the top of the keep out pile. I think this is going to be a put away for now project. It is The Bear by Cottage Garden Samplings. It's funny when you find things like scissors or needle minders you haven't seen forever, isn't it? Or you probably don't know if you don't have I don't think I ticked Dachshund off as many projects as I have. Haven't even started the bear. We should just call it the Reeds and be done with it, yeah? Lizzie, Lizzie, Lizzie. I'm stitching it on some fabric. 32 count, Chromatic Alchemy, something or other. It's going back in the bag because life doesn't allow me to have all the nice things out at once. This is one I intend to finish because this is Be Not a Dunce. I can't remember what the girl's name is. It's by Michelle of Mama Loves You GB. She recharted it from an original, and she's very kindly also charted me an extra bit to add to the bottom because I want to put my name and my qualification on it, because I'm proud of what I've done in my 44th to 46th year of my life, 43rd to 46th year of my life. So I've done the alphabets. I've got to start the remember thy creator in thy youth, be not a dunce, the child's name, which is Mary something, Mary-Ann something, I think, and then it's going to say my name. Yay. Is that staying out? I'm not really downsizing if I keep everything out, am I? But they're all so pretty, and they've got all pretty lovely things with them, like scissors and ring blings and pretty threads. I don't know what to do, but it's on the don't know pile. Okay then, I've got some fabric offcuts that need to go on that pile. Ah, this is a will not finish. It's a long dog. This can go on the pile to be chopped, and then the rest of the fabric, it is spangled. I changed the colours, but I didn't change them well enough, or the lighting is awful in here now, isn't it? So, needle out, on the floor, needle winder, which means I've got all these threads to play with. I just wish I'd written down what the colours actually were, because they're DMC, but I don't know because I changed them up and didn't write it down. What a wally. Oh well. No, it's a bag you gave me a Christmas present in, Fiona. It says, Lizzie, happy Christmas, Fiona. Right. It's a bit battered though, so I'm going to bin it. Another project that's going to eat the dust, bite the dust. Another one bites the dust. I've just seen a needle. Don't want to throw a needle on the floor. Oh, two projects are not going to get finished. One, I'm okay, well, both of them I'm okay at not finishing. One was Tempest, no, not Tempest Fuji, the one before that. Reach Skyward by Modern Folk Embroidery. It's got so many mistakes in. So it's going, oh, and plus, look how close to the edge the margin is, because the piece was not cut square when I bought it. And then, in the other corner, I think I was staying at my in-laws and I wanted something to do, so I started a teeny tiny ink circles with the leftover thread of Strongman Stanley on the floor. This is getting good. I can see the wood for the trees now, people. Okay, decision time. I've started, I mean, I've never bought the box because I can't afford it, but I've started 2 Modern Folk Embroidery Evertote Stitchy Countdown things. with my own conversions, and not finished either of them because I'm me. First one was this. I can just cut that off. It's on sparkly stitchy ferret fabric. It's quite pretty, isn't it? The reason I stopped is because I realised I made a mistake and needed to frog. Can't remember what the mistake is now. But maybe I could just symmetricalise it and cut that out and use it on a project bag or something. I'll look at that later. And then the second one, needle winder, that's what I'm looking for. The second one looks a bit like this, or the actual, well, it shouldn't look a bit like this. Mine looks a bit like this. Just take needle winder off because I'll use that for something else. Ooh, strong magnets. I like a lot. That's as far as I got. I think this is the year before last year's. I definitely didn't do last year's. This is the year before's. That's all I did. It's on a 40 count coffee craft fabric. I really like this fabric. I might use that for something else. So bish bash bosh onto the floor. I'll keep the patterns though, obviously. I'll keep that. Richie, don't make a nest on there, thank you. That's all my nice fabrics to be used for something else. I'll sort that out and make it into like a little project bag or a little notions pouch. That would be nice, wouldn't it? How exciting. 2 more projects, people. 2 more. Oh, shoot. Oh, that's okay, because I've just been putting them on the floor since I started. Because I don't know what I'm doing with that one. Yeah, it's okay. It's just I hadn't been, what's the word? Ticking them off. Did I tick the bear off? I will do a final tally as I'm putting things away and then put it on the video at the end. So 2 more projects, I think, as far as I'm aware, 2 more projects. Another full coverage. The colours make me happy. I just don't stitch on it very often, so I probably ought to take it out of the hoop. It's the Magic Study, maybe, and that's how far I've got. It's a massive piece of fabric. Maybe I'll take the needle off as well. Look how I got it in hair ties, like a massive wrapped up sweetie it looks like. Let's take it out and relax it a bit. Oh, and then it won't take up so much room either. I need quite such a ginormous project bag. So I'll just fold it up and put in something smaller if such a thing exists that's not in use already. I have had 2 finishes recently that I can't show you just yet because they're secret stitches. But I'll hopefully be able to show them in my next video. No, Erica, who is my sister, they are not part of your birthday present. Next year, your birthday present is going to be stitched and it's going to be amazing. But this year, you're getting a frog and you'll be grateful. That and sushi, we're going out for sushi just after my sister's birthday. I'm very excited. Not continuing for now because I've got 1 full coverage and that's my tree. And then this, so I have inherited a cross stitch from my mum. Sorry if you can hear the dog drinking. In a minute he'll start coughing because he can't drink and breathe. Well, none of us can drink and breathe at the same time, but he tries to. Oh no, he's managed it. Most of the time when he has a drink, he'll drink and breathe and then have a little bit of a coughing fit afterwards. Anyway, where was I? My mum is amazing. She's 1 in a million. I think that's a song that children in primary school sing. And her church or the village she lives in, are making a village quilt, and they wanted people to embroider, applique, make something that shows the village. And so they divvied up little bits, who's stitching this, who's stitching that. My mum wanted to represent the church, and so we converted a photo of the church into cross stitch, and we used the DMC thingy photo generator, and my mum's got really far with it, but it's now had to come and live at my house because it's making her stressed. The deadline, I believe, is the 8th of July. It's not going to be done by then. But this is what I brought home the other day. I had to stage an intervention because she wasn't saying very nice things about it. No, she wasn't. My mother wasn't saying that at all, but she is feeling stressed. There's many, many threads at the front. I really can't. This is where she's at. And that, looking at it like that, I can tell it's the church. So she's done a good third, maybe. I'm going to finish it off for her. That's going to be my big focus, I think. It's on, looks like a 16 count Ada. I think I gave her some 18, but she couldn't see the holes. I'm using DMC threads in the called for colours by the chart. I don't think she's put her stitches in the called for positions. Having had a look at it the last couple of days and thought, no, I can't yet. So I need to work out what she's done and where she's done it. I mean, I'm half tempted to start on the other side and come to it at the end, or give it back to her at the end with that bit left to finish. That would be mean. But yeah, so that's staying out. Now, that I think, apart from the, apart from the dwarves that I can't find, it's a Carolyn Manning picture of 3, not dwarves, what are they called? Gnomes. Carolyn Manning picture of 3 gnomes, I can't find them. I know I haven't finished them. I don't know where they are. Maybe I had enough and binned them. I don't think I would have done that though. Apart from them, I think I've got 1535 projects going in the to keep pile, to put away, not work on just yet. 24 in the stay out pile, and there's still 4 in front of me in the I don't know pile. 24 seems like an awful lot, doesn't it? Well, you will see in future videos what stays in the staying out, like to be worked on pile, and what makes it in. Well, so what I'm going to do now is go and get my suitcase and fill it up with all of these projects to my right that I'm not going to work on for now. Because if I'm not going to work on them, they don't even need to be out on the shelf, which means these projects can sit comfortably on the shelves. And I'll feel less stressed about there being cross-stitch stuff everywhere. My husband will complain less about there being cross-stitch stuff everywhere. She says looking at a drill, a charger, a battery for a different charger, you know, it swings and roundabouts in this house. I play as good as I get. The wrench. 6 screwdrivers. This is our dining table I'm sat at. Anywho, not complaining. Yeah, in the next few weeks I'll make another video, and you'll see some progress. Unfortunately on this piece I have to make progress. What else I'll work on? I don't know. It's exciting, isn't it? So that makes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 59. Because I've got rid, I was about to say, well, that's not right, but I've got rid of a load, haven't I, in that I'm not finishing that pile. And there's 4 here that I haven't decided about. 61. No, 59? Don't watch me do maths. I get paid to do maths and I can't do maths without... Yeah, it's Saturday. Have a... Thank you. If you're still here, I'm amazed. And thank you for watching. I hope you didn't feel, or you don't now feel as ill as I did when I got all these WIPs out at the start. I'm much more relaxed, but that's probably because I've eaten. And yeah, have a great week or two. Stitch what makes you happy and take care. Bye bye.